Sorry, Steve, try to ignore him. I'm trying to teach him to ignore people. I'm so sorry.
So this is a question that I get relatively frequently. Let me begin by saying that I'm not a dog expert, I'm a dog mom, but here's why we've chosen to try and discourage strangers from petting Vigo. Now I want you to imagine for a second that we lived in a world where every time you saw someone with a hat, that person would walk up to you and give you $1,000. The first time this happened, you might think, well, that's weird. Why am I getting $1,000? The second time this happens, you might be like, ooh, this is nice. I can get used to this. The third time, you might start to get excited for the $1,000 from the moment you see someone in a hat. They don't even have to whip out their checkbook. You automatically get excited because you're expecting that $1,000. Now for puppies, for Vigo, a play session is $1,000. So if every time he's seeing anyone out and about who's looking at him or blowing kisses at him, he's learning that when he sees people out and about, he's getting that paycheck, he's getting that play session. And I know some people will say, why is that a problem? I don't understand. It's dogs being dogs. But I want you to really play out what the implications of this might be. I think on the less problematic side, it creates a dog who's overly friendly, who wants to play with everyone they see. So you might be walking down the street and they're trying to pull you towards the direction of someone who's walking 100 meters away from you. And then it goes to more problematic areas where maybe your puppy doesn't like being pet by strangers and it actually kind of beats at his confidence and can cause other problems behaviorally. Again, not a pet expert. This is just from the research that I've done, from what I understand. But you will see in our training sessions when we're out and about that I will ask strangers, please ignore him, please don't talk to my dog, please don't touch my dog. And this isn't me being mean, it's me trying to actually use them as a training opportunity for my dog to teach him, when you see people, don't assume that it's playtime. Playtime is when I say it's playtime and all good things come through me. Now, I did for a time experiment with asking people who'd asked to pet him to help me train, and I would say, do you mind waiting like 5 minutes for him to calm down and then I'll give him permission to greet you. After doing this twice, I felt like I was inadvertently amping him up for strangers, and so I don't do that anymore. Other people might say it worked for them. So far, that hasn't really worked for us the 2 times that I tried it. So our rule is that strangers don't get to touch him or play with him. They get to watch him from a distance, he gets to watch them. But I do not want him taking away in any way, shape, or form that when he sees someone that it's automatically playtime. So this begs the question, who's allowed to pet your dog? You know, if strangers can't pet your dog, you know, what are your rules? And the rules are that people who know us, our family, our friends, they're allowed to greet Vigo. And we have kind of like a structure that we try our best to stick to, which is that we try to have them greet him and say goodbye to him in a relaxed way. Because again, we don't want him to pick up, for example, that when someone walks through our front door, it's playtime. I made a video about this around how we get our guests to greet Vigo neutrally in an effort to try and have him greet guests neutrally, because we don't want to have a dog that's jumping on people when they walk through the door or barking at the door when someone knocks on the door. We want him to just be super chill and relaxed, whether someone's coming in, whether someone's leaving. And so, as I said, we have kind of guidelines around what that looks like when people visit our home. But once they're in and they've been here for like, I would say 3 to 7 minutes and he's relaxed, we let them go and have a great time with him, fill their boots, play with him. Now, I know a lot of people will look at what we're doing with Vigo and say that we're going overboard and that we need to relax. And some people would say, you know, Liz, you are preventing your dog from just being a dog. And to that, I would say, for me, I would rather put this work in up front and be very intentional and mindful and at least try our best to avoid a situation where he is on the mild side, overly friendly, and on the more sinister side, having behavioral issues potentially. I'm not saying that I think he's gonna have behavioral issues. I just wanna acknowledge that it's a possibility. I would rather try to prevent that than have that play out and have us not try to prevent it from the beginning and end up in a position where, for example, we have to leave him home when we go out, or where we have a baby and he makes it really difficult. I want him to fit seamlessly with baby life. I want him to fit seamlessly into our life and our day-to-day. And this is part of the kind of journey to get us there. The main thing, as I said, around not having strangers pet him is I don't want him to think that every stranger is an opportunity to play. But I hope that helps. As I said, if you are an expert or if you have any experience with this, please drop it in the comments. I'd love to share other perspectives. And hopefully that answers your question. And Vigo joined for the very end.
Look how handsome he is. Oh, he's so handsome.